On Christ the solid rock I stand, all other ground without a king is sinking sand. And the wolves, they are on sinking sand. So beware the wolves, who might not smoke like me. They might be smoking soon. Because, see, they can't repent anymore. If they did, it would be to men, because God's, done with these games. So, here's the thing. I'm not trying to say that I know that John MacArthur blasphemed, but I'm starting to wonder, since he changed his end times theme about war coming. Now he's talking about an evil king, as if Trump was a good king with his gold coins with the knives on the back to behead people that weren't with the anti-Semite LGBTQ laws. So how exactly did that little view come about there, Mr. John MacArthur? Or were you with Greg Laurie on the Krispy Kreme deal? Like a little scorpion thing going on there? Oh, yeah, we'll get the bags. Don't worry. Nothing to worry about here. We got free donuts. I once ate too many of them. That's what Greg Laurie said. Are you in his little... And what's going on with your little rapture thing? I haven't heard about that lately. In this latest, I couldn't sit through all your many words like the Pharisees you love to be known for as you talk. So we get all that golden wisdom pure. Wow. If your righteousness doesn't exceed that of the Pharisees, you have no part. So, the other part that was funny to me about his whole spiel about Ephesians, we need to look at Ephesians, you see, and about how we are Christ since he died or something. And it sounds like you're trying to work in that little ghost thing I couldn't listen to at all, like that whole ghost idea. Are you trying to still get everybody into that still, and saying that we are his kingdom? Is that what you're trying to do, and get us ready for the violence to come or something? And because the king's not coming because he's already in us? Is that what you're trying to say? I can't follow it all because I can't listen to you too long, because cleaning cobwebs, it's not always been my favorite thing. I don't like to have them put in my head, So, back to Ephesians, about all these things about how we are Christ and we are the kingdom to come, but we won't be in it or something. Couldn't figure out the end of that. It was a really weird shuffleboard game of the shifting sands of doctrines of men that make sons of hell. So, anyway, on this little Titanic trip of the end times views of the latest from grace to you. And was it at the Master's Seminary you preached it? Masters. Wow. You are a master, all right. My king never went to school after 13. So what exactly are you doing to people's heads to help them know the king, who now you really don't talk about much besides his deity? Interesting, isn't that? And how that by our amazing righteousness that you exceed of the Pharisees? Do tell. And if the beast mark means that everybody that you think is too beastly and must burn in hell, well, that means you're already marked. Well, that doesn't make your preaching look real sparkling gold for the king. And did you talk about 1 Corinthians 3, where he judges us all as our works are passed through fire to see what was the intent of our heart? And you're not living homeless yet like my king did, right? And he did say to the Pharisees, you can't love God and money. And as the dollar turns to peso, with your buddy Trump, who you did say you supported, right, at your church, which is really political for a church to do, almost like they're bowing to a king. And he had all that stuff with those gold coins. And were you into that, like Greg Laurie with the White House key? So please do tell more about all these White House views you have. Doctor? Is it Dr. MacArthur? Is it a doctorate in divinity you have because you know him so well? Well, I just wanted to know what those views of the end times do detail about Revelation 2, and which part of the church are you who doesn't really recognize that king coming or what he's about to do? You seem to still have that little beam me up Scotty idea going on in your head, but you don't quite refer to it like you used to when that Left Behind book was selling so well. Well, yeah, that Tim LaHaye did tell me Jesus would come before he died, and well, he's already dead, just like Chuck Smith did. And how many acres does Chuck Smith have up in Orange County? Hundreds of acres? Or his family? Or is it the church where they can ride horses for fun? But no homeless camps there, right? Oh, yes, of course. That's kind of a nice area. They don't have that many people struggling right now as the dollar goes to the peso, right? But everything's going to be okay for your little church, huh, Dr. MacArthur, because you got it all figured out. We are the special ones that need to correct the world, right? But you never want to talk about those 2 greatest commandments you got killed for talking about? Oh, those, yes, that would be much too unlegalistic of a life for someone like you with your great seminary of masters. Are you Scottish in your background, fine sir? So please do tell, where are you in the millennium that you say is so far away? Well, it might not be that far, but you might need to cough up some real truth about your love of money ideas and how tithing has been so important to you all these years. And when the king did say that the whole tithing idea was a breaking of the honoring of your parents' law. So, as you continue your little book-selling ventures and all these lovely inner circle secrets of the truth of masters. Masters, don't get me started with that word, my fine sir. The British have little words like wankers might fit better for you, but I don't want to get too out of hand, you see, because I'm trying to bring truth. But there seems to be a lot of cobwebs and darkness. So if you'd like to just come clear with your truth, I've only been going about 10 minutes, which is about, 1/10 of your usual message of mashed potatoes and lovely words that make me feel like a spoiled brat, of course. So, do tell about Philippians 2 you never want to preach about, and how all knees on earth will bow, not those that you've considered are like you, that could be a very ugly day when the king comes and puts blasphemers out to the 7 dead seas 1,000 years. And it actually might come quite soon, as you and your dividers and chiefs love to keep saying, "We are the few." Oh, you'll be quite a few, all right, on Titanics that didn't learn that song. Row your boat ashore, Michael, Michael, row your boat ashore from the waves of doctrines of men that make sons of hell before they dry out with lies for 1,000 years. So, Mr. John, son of thunder, is it? Get ready for that lightning show because all that glass, that's in that revelation. Well, if you think about it, lightning striking sand at the beach makes glass, you see. And where Lot's wife pillars for blasphemers would be quite fitting with that glass, wouldn't it?